Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The title of the story is Bringing Culture to a Different World. The rating given by the summarizer is 86. The story is about a demon prince named Joshua who plans to bring Earth's culture to the demon race's new world and conquer it through entertainment, starting with making movies to change people's impression of demons. On to the next novel we have. The story is about Wang Wei, who is reincarnated in a world of gods, demons, and great emperors. He embarks on a journey to become a great emperor and control fate, but despises fate and its glory. He controls the fate of countless races and worlds, but can he escape the very shackles of fate that he controls? The story has a similar setting as Emperor Dominion, I Am a True Villain, and Scoring the Sacred Body of the Ancients. There are no young master and face-slapping warnings. The rating given is 86. On to the next novel we have. The book, Blood and Fur, is about a new emperor every year in Yowachanka who is sacrificed to the Night Lords at the end of their reign. The protagonist, Iztak, is a sorcerer who plans to take down the Night Lords with the secret spells of the dead. He has a year to find them or he will perish. On to the next novel we have. The novel, The Fox of France, is about an engineering student who is transported to France before the Revolution and becomes the older brother of Napoleon. He must decide whether to seize the opportunity to make his own destiny or drift along. The book has a rating of 86. On to the next novel we have. The story is about people who play a virtual game called Lord of Glory, but find themselves unable to log out. They become lords and fight for survival and honor with different powerful troop types. The main character, Ji Chen, has a special troop talent tree that can upgrade and strengthen his troops. There is an unusually powerful ocean lord that creates fear among the players. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a kind-hearted bookstore owner named Lin Jia who is respected and referred to as various titles such as Demon God's Lackey and Shepherd of the Stars by his customers in another world. He secretly promotes his own work and recommends healing books to customers. His customers seek his professional opinion and share their experiences with him. The description ends with a question mark, implying that there may be an unexpected twist to his story. On to the next novel we have. Ji Fanyan is a professional stand-in who realizes she is a substitute for her younger twin sister. She has a list of prices for her services and only accepts platonic relationships. Despite this, a rich young master asks her out for a movie, and a drunk young master calls her in the middle of the night. She rejects their advances and continues on with her business appointments with a domineering CEO in Tokyo. Eventually, Ji Fanyan successfully retires with a massive fortune. On to the next novel we have. A man is reborn into the world of Naruto with the Tenseigan. He is excited to see how he can use it to navigate the world. His rating for the story is 86. On to the next novel we have. The novel titled A Degenerate's Tale is about a man named Earl who lived recklessly and died with a smile on his face, only to awaken in a magical world as an infant. With his charms and wit, he plans to thrive in this world and pursue elves, demons, princesses, and queens. The novel is a side project and includes mature content, so it is recommended for a mature audience. The rating for the novel is 86. On to the next novel we have. The article is about a game where the player takes on the role of a wandering mercenary, battling monsters and searching for legends. The author rates the game 86 and suggests that the journey will continue until they escape the game. On to the next novel we have. The story is about Maelriel, a child from the Elben Kingdom, who has memories from a different world. He uses his mediocre knowledge of science to develop magic in the world and plagiarizes the works of great artists to become known as a man of art. He uses his knowledge to get ahead in life, playing canon in D for the kingdom's nobility, and regrets not paying more attention in music class. The story is rated 88. On to the next novel we have. The Chronicles of the Heavenly Demon is a tale of revenge by the character Woon Seong, who was framed for learning a forbidden demonic art and slain, but was given a new life as a trainee of the demonic cult. His objective is to take over the demonic cult and punish the hypocrites of the Orthodox sect who caused his death. The story follows Woon Seong's growth in tasks of life and death as he trains in martial arts and seeks vengeance. The rating for this story is 86. On to the next novel, we have Lu Zhou, the world's most powerful and oldest villainous patriarch, wakes up with 9 notorious disciples. His disciples are evil, and he must handle them without his cultivation base. His disciples include Yu Zhengai, the leader of the Nether sect, and Sword Devil who always resorts to violence. The story follows Lu Zhou's struggles with his disciples, including the 7th disciple who wants him dead and the 9th who wants to be a better person. On to the next novel, we have The Conquerors Path, is a story about a man who dies without fulfilling his desires, but is given a task by a god to take the protagonist's girls. The story follows his attempts to do so and the question of whether he will succeed in claiming them all or die trying. I rated it 86 out of 100. On to the next novel, we have the title of the story is Past Life Returner, and the overall rating is 88. The story follows a character who goes back to February 28, 1985, their birth date, and decides to seize all the money and dungeons in the world while it is still peaceful. All stats will be reset. On to the next novel, we have the title of the story is Grandson of the Holy Emperor is a Necromancer, and the My rating is 86. The protagonist dies and is reincarnated as a young prince in another world with the profession of a necromancer. However, the story takes a twist and his necromancy skills are not what they seem. On to the next novel, we have title, The Greatest of All Time. My rating is 86. The story is about a man who travels back in time to a period of opportunity and uses a system to propel himself to greater heights. Despite being born in a poor and remote place, he relentlessly pursues becoming the greatest sportsman the world has ever seen. On to the next novel, we have the novel, Duke Pendragon, is about Raven Valt, the illegitimate son of a wealthy family, who is assigned to be the guard of Duke Alan Pendragon and his white dragon. However, they are both killed due to an unknown conspiracy. Raven wakes up 7 years in the past, but as Alan Pendragon. The book has a rating of 88. On to the next novel, we have the title of the story is Mysterious Awakening, and the reader gives it a rating of 86. The story follows a character named Yang Jian who has died and left behind a human skin scroll and an eye that can see in the dark. The story is about Yang Jian's survival. On to the next novel, we have the title of the content is I Hijacked The Timeline, and it has a rating of 88. The story is about Feng Qi, who has the ability to travel to the future and witnesses the demise of human civilization. He decides to keep restarting the timeline and fights to give human civilization a chance by gaining intelligence from his attempts. On to the next novel, we have the book is titled Kidnapped Dragons and was rated 90. It is about a man named Yu Jite who has special abilities that allow him to travel back in time. He lives in a world that is in a state of apocalypse, and he is unable to protect it from dragons. The story begins with his 7th iteration. On to the next novel, we have Ending Maker, is a story about 2 heroes, Kong Jin Ho and Hong Yu Hee, who become reincarnated as characters in a video game. They realize that the game's ending results in the destruction of the human world, so they team up to achieve a perfect happy ending. The story introduces the concept of rotten water, which means someone who has played a game for a long time and mastered everything. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.